welcome to another lawnfawn video. Today we are so excited to be introducing our brand new die coffee cup gift card holder. So let's go ahead and check it out. This die comes with a coffee cup, of course, and then it has some accessories for the coffee cup. So it has the lid and the sleeve. Then it also has a cute little heart that you can use to add on the sleeve to decorate it, and some adorable little coffee beans. And then of course it has the gift card slot creator. So you'll see that this die has some extra metal on the left and right sides. That's so that it lines up perfectly with your coffee cup. It's so easy to line up right underneath the lid. You just run it through the die cut machine and it creates a slot for you that's the perfect size for adding a gift card to. And so this is what it looks like when you layer a gift card in there, and it works absolutely perfectly, and it's such a fun way to give a gift and kind of spruce up a gift card. Now, the other really cool thing about this coffee cup is that you can use it with or without the gift card slot. So you can do a cute little coffee cup, or you can do it with the gift card. And we're going to be showing you both ways in the video today. So here you can see how that cute cup is kind of forming with the lid on top, and then the little sleeve is just adorable. I love layering these together, and it's such a fun way to use your pattern papers too. It just looks so cute. And here you can see again how adorable it looks with the gift card in it. So let's go ahead and start creating with this super cute die. So I'm going to start off by cutting the main coffee cup die there out of some craft cardstock. Then once we do that, we're going to be working with that gift card holder. And so like we talked about earlier, it's got that extra metal on the left hand and right hand sides. And so you're just going to line that right underneath the lid. And you'll see that the metal is going to line up exactly perfectly with each edge of your die cut. So it's super easy to line up. And then all you need to do is just hold it in place with some low tack tape. You'll run it through the die cut machine, and that's going to give you your gift card slot in perfect placement every single time. So I love that this is an option because you can use the cup with or without the gift card slot. And then here you can see the super cute lid. Once you put it on top, the whole thing just kind of starts to form. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut one more coffee cup because as we put the gift card holder together, we're going to need a base. And then of course we have our cute lid too. So we're going to layer the lid on top of the piece that has the gift card slot, and then I'm going to go ahead and take out my gift card to be a placeholder. So this is going to help us know exactly where to put our adhesive. So I'm just going to add my gift card right in there, and then what we're going to do is flip the whole piece over, and this is going to let us know where to put our tape. And so for tape, I'm going to be using some 1/8 inch double-sided tape so that it has a nice strong hold, and we're going to put it all the way along the bottom, and then we're going to put it along the side up until it hits the gift card, just like that. And so you'll have a little bit of a gap that doesn't have adhesive. That's totally okay. The tape that we're adding is going to make it plenty strong enough, and the gift card holder is going to be perfect. So now that we've layered it right there to kind of the edge of the gift card, then we can add some more tape towards the top of this gift card holder so that we'll have some nice security at the top of this whole thing. And then we can go ahead and peel up the liner paper. And what we're going to do is we're going to layer it on a plain coffee cup die cut. And that's going to give us a nice seamless look where the gift card holder opening is. So we've peeled up all the liner paper, and then all you need to do is just stack them on top of each other, and you'll see that that gives it a nice seamless look so that when the recipient takes the gift card out, it still looks super cute on the card. And so now we can just go ahead and add our gift card right in there. And I just think this looks so adorable. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Next up, I'm going to be decorating the coffee cup. So first up, we're going to use that sleeve die, and I'm going to die cut some falling leaves pattern paper. I'm going to be using a ton of the pattern paper on this card to make it a really cute fall card. So I love this little gingham print for the sleeve. I think it looks absolutely adorable. So we're going to layer that right onto the coffee cup. And then to decorate the coffee cup, I wanted to add a little sunflower to give it a fun fall feel. So I'm going to die cut a little 1-inch circle right here out of some white cardstock, and then I'm going to use the brand new sunflower border die to cut a sunflower. You'll see there's the border and then there's the individual sunflowers. So I'm going to be die cutting the individual sunflowers and the centers of the sunflowers. And so I'm going to die cut that from some sunflower cardstock and also some chocolate bar cardstock. And that way we can layer all of these pieces to be a cute little decoration on the sleeve. One of the things that I love about the coffee cup is that how you decorate depends on what season or holiday or event or occasion it might go for. So in this case, I wanted to do fall because I just can't wait for fall weather to get here. But you could also decorate this in a cute rainbow style for a birthday, or some pretty floral papers for a thank you card. You can also dress it up for the holidays too, which we're going to be showing you in just a little bit. So there's so many cute and fun ways to do this. And I love using some die cuts or some stamped images to bring this coffee cup into the different seasons. So we added some liquid glue and we stacked the little pieces of the sunflower together, and then we're going to stack them on the circle, and then we can add this circle right in the center of the sleeve. I also think it's really cute to use the heart that's included in the coffee cup gift card holder die. That's a really cute decoration always for the center of this sleeve too. So now that we have our coffee cup decorated, we can go ahead and take our gift card and put it back inside. And I love that this gift card matches that paper perfectly. It looks so cute together. So now here I have a standard size card base that's 5.5 by 4.25, and we have some more beautiful falling leaves paper. And I love this paper. It's got the gingham on one side and the fall leaves on the other, and these leaves, they just make me smile. I love them so much. I just love looking at this paper. Then I went ahead and took some more of the paper, but this time we're going to use some of the gingham there. And I've cut down a piece to be about 1.5 inches tall, and we're going to go ahead and layer that on the bottom to be the ground for our card. And then we can just add some adhesive on the back of our gift card holder and layer that on to the card base, just like that. Now, I think this looks super cute just like this, but I had to bring in some cute characters because we have the new Treat Cart Coffee add-on. So I'm going to bring the original Treat Cart stamp set, and we're going to use the little fox from that stamp set. And then we have the coffee add-on to this that has all of the cute little coffee-themed critters and little pieces in there. So I've got a cute little owl, and then of course I have my 2 little coffee cups too, which are just adorable. And we decorated one to kind of look like the coffee cup that's on the card. And so we're going to add these guys on either side like they're kind of enjoying a little treat together, which I just think is adorable. So we can add those guys with some foam squares and then add the cute little drinks as well. And this is just so sweet and so fun. Now, next up, we need a sentiment. And the Treat Cart stamp set has these Treat Cart sentiment add ons, and it has these tiny little banner dies. And I love these little banner dies so much. They're perfect for tiny little sentiments. And so we're going to use one of the fun, punny sentiments from the coffee set. It says, "Thanks a latte," which goes really well with this whole latte coffee store gift card holder theme, right? So we're going to go ahead and stamp that in some black licorice ink. And then we can line up that banner die, hold it in place with some low tack tape. We'll run it through the die cut machine, and then I'm just going to add some tape runner onto that and then layer that right onto the card. And I think this is so adorable. Also, I love that by changing up the pattern paper and the colors, this card could go for any season or any holiday. And then here you can just take out your gift card and it still looks super, super cute as a cute card someone can put up on their mantle. And of course, adding the gift card back in is super easy as well. I just think this is just so adorable and so sweet. Now that we've made a gift card holder with this cute coffee cup, we're going to make just a coffee cup. So I'm going to die cut this from some Tide Pool cardstock, which is so super cute. And then we're going to die cut the lid from some white cardstock. And I'm going to add a little bit of detail onto the lid. I'm going to use my warm gray markers here. I'm using the lightest ones I have. And I'm just kind of bringing in the color from each side just to give it a little extra detail. So on the first one, we just use plain cardstock and pattern paper. And on this one, I'm adding a little bit more detail with my markers. This was super quick and easy to do, and it really gives the coffee cup lid a nice look. You can see once we layer it on there, it really gives it just kind of a little three-dimensional feel, and I just went back in with my marker, added a few more details, and now we can add some tape runner to the back of that and layer it onto the coffee cup. Now, to go along with the coffee cup, I wanted to bring our tea lovers into this too. So this is our really cute stitch teapot die, and it has all of these fun little elements that you can mix and match with the coffee cup. And so first up, we're going to start off with the adorable little smiley face that's included. And there, we're going to turn that frown upside down. I laughed when I dropped the smile. It went the other way. Well, we're going to turn it upside down and create the cutest little smiling coffee cup ever. So right there, I'm just going to kind of layer it up towards the top. And once I had them in good placement, I'm going to pick it up with this little jewel picker tool and then just add a little bit of liquid glue, and then I can add all of these pieces onto the coffee cup, giving it a cute smile. So I love that we can combine all of our coffee and tea things to kind of mix and match them in such a fun and cute way. Now that we've got our smiley face, we can work on the sleeve. And so for the sleeve, I'm going to die cut it from some paper bag cardstock, and we're going to be stamping our sentiment on this sleeve, which is another way to add decoration to this sleeve. So right here, this is the brand new Henry's Build a Sentiment Winter, and it has this phrase that says, "From all of us." So we're going to go ahead and build that sentiment, and we're going to stamp that in some clear embossing ink. Then we can sprinkle on some white heat embossing powder, top off any of the excess, and then we can heat up the sentiment to have a nice bright white shiny sentiment on this really, really cute sleeve. Now, for the rest of the sentiment, we're going to bring out scripty autumn sentiments, and it has this really pretty scripty thanks in there. So here we have some vellum. We're going to prep that with an anti-static powder tool, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to stamp in some clear embossing ink. We'll sprinkle on some white heat embossing powder, and then we'll heat that up. And then what's really awesome about this stamp set is that it has a die for all of these beautiful scripty words. So we're going to die cut it once we heat it up with the heat tool. Now, right now, we are recreating a card by Megan, so thank you so much, Megan, because this card was so cute, and I just love the idea of this heat embossed sentiment on the vellum. It's just so pretty. So now that we have that sentiment, all we need to do is just add some liquid glue behind there, and I'm kind of hiding the liquid glue behind the white heat embossed letters by doing tiny little dots, and then just layering that down, and I'm just going to hold that in place so that it can dry, and it looks so cute and so beautiful. So we're going to add some adhesive to the back of that and then layer that onto the cup. Now, I think this looks absolutely adorable just like this. This would be perfect on a card or even just as a little cute like ornament, or a coffee cup shaped card would be adorable as well. But I wanted to take some of these cute tea things and take our coffee cup and make it into a tea to go. So here I took that cute little tea bag that's from the Stitch Teapot set. I'm just adding some details with a light turquoise marker, and then I cut the little string as well from some craft cardstock. And this is our brand new sequin mix dies. It has all of these cute little dies that you can use to cut your own custom sequins, and there's these adorable little hearts. And so I decided to cut one of those hearts and then color that in pink with my markers to have this nice beautiful pop of pink with all of our cute turquoise, white, and craft. So we'll add some liquid glue to the back of that. Of course, I'm going to drop it, and then I can actually layer it on to this little tea bag, which is just adorable. Then I'm going to trim that string because I don't need it to be quite that long, and then we can feed it into the tea bag and then just tuck it under the lid so it looks like this is a really cute cup of tea. And you may notice that I have my helper Miles here that was helping me with the rest of this card. So thank you so much to Miles too. So we're going to layer in our cute little tea bag. I mean, look at that. Isn't that adorable? So I love that we've taken this coffee cup to be something just a little bit different. And then here, these are the little rosy cheeks that are also included in that Stitch Teapot die. And so I'm just coloring those with the same pink markers that we use for the heart. And I'm going to add some little rosy cheeks underneath this little smiley face, which is just adorable too. There's something about the coffee cup with a smiley face that is just so sweet. Now, in Megan's card, she added some cute pumpkins to make this a super cute card for fall and kind of make it feel like it had that pumpkin spice or maybe like a little fall tea, spicy tea feel to it. But I wanted to make this a card that could work for any time of year. So I thought I'm going to take that same gorgeous color orange, but I'm going to color these flowers. And these flowers are included in that Stitch Teapot die. So we're just adding on one die here to our cute little coffee cup. And so I just went ahead and colored those with some orange markers, and I colored some of the flower centers with some yellow markers. And then I'm going to add little drops of glue in the center and just layer these flowers to create kind of more of like a full look, like a cute little daisy. It's just adorable. And so we're going to layer those together and then layer the flower center in there. And we'll do that for both of the flowers. I also went ahead and die cut some of the coffee beans that are in this coffee cup gift card holder, and I'm just coloring those in with my markers as well. That way everything kind of has that markered look, which is kind of fun. Of course, you could cut them out of colors of cardstock too. And then I'm going to take some more of those little heart sequins from the sequin mix. I just love these. I love that each of the styles, the heart, the star, and the circle, have the 3 different sizes. It makes it perfect for adding decorations onto cards. And then, of course, I'm going to color those in that same exact pink that we've been using so that everything is going to match and coordinate together. And here, Miles wanted to show you this super cute Jump for Joy card that he was working on. He discovered foam squares today, and he was so excited to show you his awesome popped up card. Now here we have some paper from the fruit salad collection, and I love this gingham. It's just so beautiful. And we're going to die cut this with the largest of the brand new stitched rounded rectangles. So we're going to die cut this beautiful pattern paper, and we're going to have a rounded rectangle card. Now, for the ground for this card, I wanted to create kind of like a table look. So we're going to die cut some craft cardstock with this stitched wood grain backdrop, which is such a beautiful way to add texture to cardstock. And then we're going to die cut this piece with the rounded rectangle so that it's going to match the rounded rectangle that we have as our base for the card. Then we're going to go ahead and just trim that down to be about 1.5 inches tall. And then because everything else had this kind of markering to it, I wanted to make sure that I added some inking. So I'm going to add some inking, but before I do that, I need a baseboard. So I'm going to use this little piece here. It comes from our scalloped fringe die, and it kind of looks like a little baseboard. So I die cut that from some white cardstock. And then, of course, now we're just going to add a little bit of dough ink right on the edges of this just to give it a little nice look. Then we can add some adhesive to these pieces and layer them onto the card. So I'm going to layer my wood grain piece first, and then I'm going to layer my baseboard. And then of course I can just trim off any of the excess. And there's something about that little baseboard piece there that just gives it such a nice finished look. I just think it looks so pretty. Now we can flip that coffee cup over and just add some foam squares to the back. And then we'll go ahead and peel up the line of paper and add that onto the card, and the pop just makes it feel extra special. Now, I think this card is so cute just like this, and I love how Megan added the pumpkins, but we're going to add our cute little orange flowers there, and we're going to add those with some pops as well. And so that pop of orange is just so pretty. I just love this little color combo. It's just gorgeous. And so we'll layer the flowers in, and then of course we're going to layer some of the coffee beans too. And I popped 2 of the coffee beans and I put 2 of them flat just to give some nice dimension. Then the last thing that we need to do is add those cute little hearts. And so I'm going to layer some of those hearts around. And then Miles thought that it really needed a heart right in the center at the bottom. So we added that cute little heart there too. Now here we're starting with a standard size card base, and we're going to round the corners to have a rounded rectangle card. So you could just use your scissors to round them, but I have one of these old corner chompers. Do you guys still have one of these? They are awesome if you still have one, and take it out because you can create a rounded rectangle card base. If I was using my scissors, I would just tape the panel onto my square card base and then just cut right around the panel so that it's a perfect match, and it's really easy to do with your scissors too. But I thought I still have this tool. I'm going to use it. So I went ahead and chomped all my corners, and now you'll see that we're going to be able to layer this panel on top. So we're just going to add some adhesive right there, and then we can just layer that right on top. And I really love the look of a rounded rectangle card base. I think it's just absolutely adorable. And so it's so much fun to create gift card holders, and it's so much fun to create ones that aren't gift card holders, and I love that they can go for any season too. And next up, Shari is going to show us how to take this coffee cup gift card holder into the holidays with a cute peppermint latte theme. So take it away, Shari.
So I'm making a sort of peppermint mocha themed card today with the coffee cup gift card holder. I'm using some peppermint pattern paper from the Candy Cane Lane Petite paper pack, and I've also cut the lid from some white cardstock. For the sleeve that goes around my coffee cup, I'll be using some craft cardstock. I've also pulled out one of the cute candy canes, and I will be cutting that from white, raspberry, and ballet slipper cardstock. So I have that solid base that I cut from white. I will cut the outline piece from ballet slipper for my outline. I'm also cutting it from raspberry for the red stripes and white for the white stripes. And I just felt that the raspberry really matched the fun peppermint paper from the Candy Cane Lane collection. So since I've cut all those pieces, I can assemble those onto the solid base. I'm putting adhesive all over it, starting with that pink outline, and then I will pop out these little stripes and drop them into those little places, creating my peppermint stripes. Now you could just leave those white openings open because I used white for the back paper, but I want it to all look nice and flush. So I'm going to fill in those white spaces with the white die cuts as well. And luckily I had a couple still stuck in there. I could just pop them into place. And now I have this super cute candy cane. For the background paper for my card, I'm using another pattern from the Candy Cane Lane collection. This I cut from a 12 by 12 sheet, but I'm going to cut it down with the largest outside in stitch rectangle so I have that really fun stitching detail, and I will end up with a white border around the outside. I do need to cut my little bow, and I will be cutting that from some rainforest cardstock. It has that nice green tone, but it's nice and dark, and I think it goes great with all of these fun pattern papers. Now to add some fun shading and dimension to all of these die cuts, I am pulling out some distressings and adding some ink blending, just dusting the edges with those inks. For the background piece here, I'm using Evergreen Bough, which is a really pretty greenish blue color that matched this paper perfectly. And you can see I get that kind of vignette look by dusting those edges and darkening them up. Now for the coffee cup, I'm using festive berries and I'm tapping it off on my piece of paper so that I'm pretty light-handed with the ink. I just want to dust those edges, give it some definition. I was really going for the classic red cups that we get at Starbucks during the holidays. Don't you think a peppermint pattern on one of those red cups would be super cute? I definitely do. And then for the little cardboard sleeve that goes around our cups, I'm just using some tea dye distressing to add some ink to the left and the right. So it kind of has that rounded look like a coffee cup. And you can kind of see how these pieces are going to layer together. I will end up changing the lid to this coffee cup, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. Now for the sentiment, I wanted to stamp it onto that sleeve. Because this coffee cup is very large and it takes up the whole front of a card, I thought this would be the perfect place for a sentiment. The sentiment I'm using says "Have a Sweet Holiday" and it's from the Shutter Card Holiday Saying stamp set. I'm stamping it in some clear embossing ink. I already prepped this piece with the anti-static powder tool, and then I will add my white embossing powder, heat that up with my heat tool, and get that bright white sentiment. The sentiments in this set are actually perfectly sized to fit on this coffee sleeve, which I just think is so much fun. There's 6 different sentiments in this set, and any of them would work for a really cute holiday card. So I'm just heating that up with my heat tool. I get that nice bright white sentiment as that embossing powder melts. And now I can add my candy cane to the right side, which is why I did not stamp this in the center. I want to add that candy cane right onto the sleeve. So I'll add the bow on it first, and then I can just adjust things a little bit to make sure it doesn't cover up my sentiment. And then I will glue my candy cane right onto my coffee cup sleeve. Now I wanted some dimension between the lid and the sleeve and the coffee cup in the background, so I'm using some thin foam squares to put my lid on, and this kind of gives it a three-dimensional look. I will do the same for my little sleeve here, adding those thin foam squares. You could use regular thickness foam squares if you wanted as well. And now I'm adding my background paper that I inked earlier to my card base. And since I cut this out with that stitch rectangle, I get that white border. And here is that coffee cup. You can see how it fills the whole front of this card. But it felt a little empty to me, even though it is big and fills up the front. So I thought I would add some peppermints. These are cut from the peppermint border die. There's also a die in there that will cut some single peppermints and the little swirls to add on top. So I'm just going to add those to the bottom of my card. Now, this is a gift card holder, but I am not making a gift card holder today, and that white lid just really stood out to me. So I decided to tone it down a little bit, and I'm cutting a new lid from some speckled eggshell cardstock, and I'm just going to layer it right on the one that I've already adhered down. Now, at this point, it still felt like it was this bright white thing at the top, and it just felt off balance to me. So what I did was I grabbed the brown blending brush that I used to color the coffee cup sleeve with that brown, and I'm just using what's left on the brush. I'm not even picking up any extra ink and just adding a little bit of shading, and I think that toned it down just enough to where I was happy with it. So now I can add this to my card base with some liquid glue. And you can tilt this to the side. I decided to make it straight up and down. Then I can add my cute little peppermints that I created. I will add this one with some liquid glue right to the coffee cup. And then I am going to add a foam square to the back of this one so it's popped up a little bit. And then I wanted some embellishment, so I'm pulling out the new sequin mix die. It has some circles, some hearts, and some stars. And I cut out the stars from some silver sparkle cardstock. And this was the perfect little embellishment for my coffee cup. I just love all these little stars. I think that that silver glitter makes this kind of have a fun retro look. And so I'm just sprinkling around the different sizes. There's 3 different sizes until I get an arrangement that I like, and it really makes it look like this is a sparkly coffee cup. And once I get that arrangement, I'll just pick each one up add a little dot of glue, and drop them back into place. And then I wanted to add a little bit of stickles too because that bow was so prominent in the front and I wanted it to match as well. So we have some glitter on the bow too. And here is my finished card with a fun peppermint mocha coffee in that new coffee cup gift card holder.
Oh my goodness, I am in love with this shari. I love the little peppermints and the candy cane on there. It is just adorable. And we have some incredible cards by the design team. And Audrey was also inspired to make a cute little peppermint mocha. I love the little hands she added from our stitched happy heart. This card by Elena is so sweet, and I love that it shows that this coffee cup is great for year round because he's just so adorable with that smiley face. This is such a perfect birthday card by Grace. It's absolutely adorable. And then you have the surprise of opening it with an interactive element from the Swivel Surprise. It's so much fun to combine the coffee cup and the teacup dies too. I love how Mindy added some cash into the little pocket. That's so perfect, and she stenciled the detail on the coffee cup that is just so sweet. Here, Grace turned the coffee cup into the cutest little house by using some of our fun little scallop treat box add-ons. This is just absolutely adorable, and it's a gift card holder too, which I think is so sweet. Next up, Tammy takes this cute little coffee cup into the holidays. She layered our Build a Snowman die right on top, and I think it's so adorable. I love the coffee cup cut from the pattern papers. The stripes are so much fun in there, and this is a perfect gift card holder for the holidays when you're giving lots of gifts to friends and neighbors. Now, here is the card by Megan that inspired me to make mine today. It is so super cute, and I just love it with the pumpkins on it too. And then this card by Jen is just so sweet. I love the peppermint theme and the cute little critters holding on to their fun holiday treats. So we cannot wait to see all of your coffee cup gift card holders, so make sure to share them with us. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. Bye!